21 Savage might have just dropped the best hip hop album of 2025. And here's why. Now, personally, I already have my top 5, but that is not what I'm here to talk about, because there are two major factors why I believe this album will go down as a classic. Now, these two factors can be classified into technical and non-technical. Now, talking about the non-technical, these are factors outside of things like the production, the lyricism, and all of that. And primarily, I'm going to be focusing on the art cover itself, which by now, I'm sure you are aware the amount of talking point this has generated online, but there's a backstory to it and it holds a huge significance. I'm sure by now you already know that it was designed by Sloan, but what you may not know is that it takes inspiration from Corey James Marshall's art, which is titled The Portrait of an Artist as a Shadow of Its Former Self. Now, the choice of this album cover is not a coincidence. It is way deeper than you think. On a deeper level, this art cover is an embodiment of the parallel that exists between Marshall and 21 Savage, especially in their formative years, starting from their childhood down to the realities of the environment where they grew up. So think of this art cover as a mirror of 21 Savage life path up until this very moment. Now, on the technical side, it is really mind-blowing how everything came together, especially the production. Big shout out to the creative directors involved in this masterpiece. They did such an incredible work. Now, that aside, I did notice something very fascinating, and that is the contrasting delivery approach of the message. On one hand, you have insane lyrical depth. On the other hand, you have relaxed nonchalance, but with melodic approach. Take, for example, Gang Over Everything and Dog Shit. And then there's appreciation and tribute. Think about songs like Pop It and I Wish, which is arguably one of the best songs on this particular project. Now, for me, here is the most interesting thing. With all of this in mind, you will come to realize that even though each track maintains its own individual message and delivery approach, they all come together as tiny pieces of a much bigger puzzle, which when you piece together converges the entire message into a much bigger picture that gives you a better insight of the story governing this entire body of work. That is exactly how I know that What Happened to the Street by 21 Savage is going to go down as a classic.